And we are ready. It's going to be Chase and catcher Gasperson. They're going to be first now. It is 2 full go rounds, and then we'll be progressive. 2 full rounds, and then we're progressive, and then our short round. Top 20 come back. We'll finish it all today. Short round for this roping is today. It is a smooth run. Going to be 10:09 on that run. Hey, Tate Bennett, if you are here, let somebody know, please, if you are here with us. If not, we're going to roll him. He had to take a little emergency trip to the hospital for a minute. Lee Keeney and Cody Garcia now. Then it'll be Cole Morgan and Grant Wilson. Trip Townsend and Raphael be ready at number 4. Clean run there. Going to be 9:06 on that one, 9:06. Now to be Cole Morgan, Grant Wilson. You're up, followed by Trip Townsend and Raphael Paliello. And then it'll be number 5 for Casey Lambert, James Gilliland. It is a no time right there. Everybody's going to get 2. Trip Townsend and Raphael now, followed by Casey Lambert, James Gilliland at number 5. Plus 5 there. It'll be 14:35 on this one, 14:35. It'll be Casey and James now, followed by Justin Parrish and Troy Lavanos. And then Bobby Simmons and Ty Daniel Holler at number 7. 8, 9, and 10 be ready. We're 5 on that barrier, correct? 5. So it is going to be a 11:52 right there, 11:52. Here's Justin and Troy now, followed by Bobby Simmons and Ty Daniel. Then it'll be Brian Gregg and Twister Smith at number 8. It is a no time right there, no time. Here's Bobby Simmons now and Ty Daniel. They're up right here. They're going to be followed by Brian Gregg and Twister Smith. And then Dan Denmark and Cody Corey at number 9, 10, 11, and 12 be ready to go. Plus 5, going to be 14 and 64 on this one. 14 and 64 on a Friday. Here is Brian Gregg and Twister Smith. Dan Denmark, Cody Corey. In case you're wondering, it is Friday. It's the 2nd day of August, and we're at the Spicer Gripp. Dan Denmark and Cody Corey, you guys can ride in. You're going to be next. Right up there in the guts. We're going to be 788 on that one. 788. Not a rope. It'll be Dan Denmark and Cody Corey, followed by Hunter Corman and Brock. Lance Sippy and Tate Thompson at number 11 and 12 and 13. Be ready. It is a no time for Dan and Cody. Hunter Corman and Brock, you're up right here. Then it'll be Lance Sippy and Tate Thompson to follow them. And Riley Smith and Jason Thomas. Seven and 69 right there. 769. Here's Lance and Tate. Then it'll be Riley and Jason at 12. It's going to be 9 and 64. 964. Riley Smith and Jason Thomas now, followed by Nathan Kirtley and Milton Aguilera. And then York Gill and J.D. McGuire at number 14. It's 853, 853. Not a rope. It'll be Nathan and Milton. You guys are up here. It's going to be 891 here, 891. Not a rope. It'll be York Gill, J.D. McGuire, followed by Kevin Huddleston and Casey McCleskey at 16. Bodie Bays and James Watson at number 17. It's going to be Kevin and Casey next. It'll be a clean run right there. They're going to be 747. Just like the company airplane. 747. Now it's going to be Kevin and Casey. They'll be followed by Bodie Bays and James Watson at 17. It's going to be 878 right there. Now it's going to be Bodie Bays, James Watson, followed by Samuel Livingston and Jody Stubbs. It'll be 9 and 54 right there. 954. Now it's going to be Sam Livingston and Jody Stubbs, followed by Kyle Parker, Jake Cobb, Clayton Williams, and Levi Sasser at number 20. Next team is going to be Kyle Parker, Jake Cobb. It's a +5. They're going to be 15 and 19 on that run. 15 and 19. Now it is Kyle and Jake. They'll be followed by Clayton Williams and Levi Sasser. Then Jake Brown, Shank Edwards, and Rance Winters, and Andy Smallwood at number 22. It's going to be Clayton and Levi next to rope. This team has trouble. They're going to be on theirs no time. 2 full go rounds for everybody. And then we'll be progressive in that third round. Clayton Williams and Levi Sasser in just a second. Jake Brown, Shank Edwards, you're going to be next. This team will be no time. It'll be Brown and Edwards now, followed by Rance Winters and Andy Smallwood. Bruno and Corey at number 23, and then Bobby Marsh and Kevin Lazaros at number 24. It'll be on theirs 8-14, 8-1-4. Now the rope's going to be Rance and Andy, followed by Bruno and Corey, and then Bobby Marsh and Kevin. It's a no time on that run. Bruno and Corey, you're up right here. Clean run there. They're going to be 7-39 their time. 7:39. Here's Bobby Marsh and Kevin. That'll be Miles Williams and Steve Purcella at number 25 and 26 and 7. Be ready to go. Clean run there, 7:55. It'll be Miles and Steve. You're up right now, number 25. And then Zurich and Chase at 26. No time here. It is Zurich Labry now and Chase Bocas. Then it'll be Kenneth Francis, Casey Chamberlain, 27. It's a barrier. It's going to be 12 and 89. 12 and 89. Here's Kenneth Francis and Casey Chamberlain now, then Cade Smith and Sean Gray. Kyler Bashirs and Chip Gress, 29, 30, and 31 be ready to go. Hey, once again, the folks with Jennings, they're not only shooting one camera, they're shooting two. Boy, they're getting double action down there. And they have got, in fact, I think you can find a QR code around the arena and snap that QR code. That QR stands for quick response. It is a smooth run. They're going to be here 9:41. 9:41. Cade Smith and Sean Gray now, followed by Kyler and Chip at number 29. So take a picture of that QR code. Am I right on that, David? All right, thumbs up on that. I'm getting the big nod from the boss. I don't know. Who's the boss down there? They're pointing at each other. That's a good team right there. It is a no time. It'll be Kyler and Chip now, followed by Quincy Carlton, Tanner Allen, and then Caden Lapp and Justin Kopp at number 31. 32, 3, and 4 be ready. Next team you can ride in, that'll be Quincy Carlton, Tanner Allen. It is a clean run there. They're going to be 9 and 64. 9 and 64. It'll be Quincy and Tanner now. Hey, this roping here will end the activities in this arena today. And we will have the short round for this roping today at 9 o'clock up there under the pavilion, up on the hill right there, just behind the other pavilion here. There'll be a dance and some great music with Jake Hooker and the Outsiders. Going to be on that one, smooth but a barrier. Smooth with a barrier, 1282 right there. Now it is Caden and Justin. They'll be followed by Denton Parrish, Cross Ringelstein, and then Casper Ringelstein, Dodge Hare, 33 be ready. Stop at the house. 8 and 12 right there. 8:12 is the time. Here's Denton and Cross. Then it'll be Casper and Dodge and Bridger Ketchum and James Gillen at number 34. Plus 5, they're going to be here. 11 and 98. Here's Casper and Dodge. It is a no time here. It's going to be Bridger and James now. Plus 5, going to be 12 and 49. 12 and 49. It'll be Seth Ross and Chance Frazier now. Then it'll be Bobby Simmons and John Paul Lucero at 36 and 37, 8 and 39. Be ready. It is a no time. It'll be Bobby Simmons and John Paul Lucero now, followed by Casey Lambert, Twister Smith at 37. Hey, Roper's at 50, so we're on 36. At 50, we're going to do a half drag. Be a quick half drag. I don't know. They use 3 tractors. They can almost drag the whole thing like you can drag a half, but smooth there. They're going to be 8 and 20 on this one. 8 and 20. It'll be Casey and Twister now. Then 38 is going to be Wade Collins and Bubba Garcia. Plus 5, going to be on this one, 1917. 1917. Here's Wade Collins and Bubba Garcia. Then it'll be Brooke Wilson and Bryson Alder, Cody Wheeler and Cody Garcia.
The only thing is he's 60.
4-0. Smooth here. Going to be 6 and 26 on that one. That leads the go round. 6:26, 7:39, 7:47. Those are the 3 fastest. Here is Brooke and Bryson roping now. And then it'll be Cody Wheeler and Cody Garcia. Hunter Corman and Tate Thompson at 41.
This is Rhodey's, my nephew Rhodey. This is his wife, Brooke Wilson.
8:94 is the time. 8:94. It'll be Cody and Cody now. Then it'll be Hunter Corman and Tate at 41. It is a no time right there. Here's Hunter and Tate now, followed by Lance Sippy and Jason Thomas. And then Kel Laser and Braxton Wade at number 43. Smooth run, 8:32. 8:32. Here's Lance Sippy and Jason Thomas now, followed by Kel Laser, Braxton Wade at number 43. 44 and 5, be ready.
Do you want to ask them if they could be recorded?
Tate Bennett, Colton McCarley. If we can, we'd like to pick you up at 50, right after 50. Tate Bennett, Colton McCarley. We'll pick you up after 50, right before the tractor drag. Are we good on that? It is going to be 9:04 right there. 9:04. Now to rope, it'll be Kel Laser and Braxton Wade. And then Nathan Kirtley and Troy Lavanos. And Tice Lacina and Clay Burnham at number 45, 46, 7, 8, and 49 be ready. Clean run there, 8:30, 8:30 on that run. Here's Nathan and Troy, followed by Tice and Clay, and then it'll be Colton McCarley, J.D. McGuire, 46. It is a no time. Tice and Clay now. They're going to be followed by Colton and JD at 46. It is a barrier there. They're going to be 12 and 14 on that run. 12 and 14. Here's Colton McCarley and J.D. McGuire now, followed by Marcus Becerra and Ty Daniel Haller. John Gregory, Zach Nicholson at 48. Plus 5, going to be 1384. Here's Marcus and Ty Daniel, then John Gregory, Zach Nicholson, 48, 49, and 50. After 50, we'll drag it real quick. It'll be a smooth run there. 9:42 the time. 9:42. Here's John Gregory and Zach Nicholson now. Then it'll be Bodie Bays and Jody Stubbs and Cody Corey and Cody 2 at number 50. We'll be halfway through it right here. Halfway through the first round, we'll take a quick tractor drag. No time here. Now it's going to be Bodie Bays, Jody Stubbs, Cody Corey, and Cody 2. It is a no time, and now it's going to be Cody and Cody. It is a no time. All right. Quick tractor drag. After the drag, it'll be Tate Bennett and Colton McCarley to start us off. And then 51 is going to be Kyle Parker, catcher Gasperson. Okay, here we go. We're going to start it off with Tate Bennett, Colton McCarley. And then it'll be 51, Kyle Parker, catcher Gasperson. That was Tate and Colton. They're going to be here 10 flat. 10 flat on that run. All right, now we're to 51. And Tate, you're going to be up again at 60. Hey, we've been talking about our friends at X Factor, roping.com. You can watch all weekend long for free, xfactorroping.com, or download the X Factor Team Roping app. That would be the best thing to do. Download that app. And these guys are going to be a no time on theirs. It'll be Clinton and Jake now, 52. Then Riley Smith and Shane Goad at 53. 54, Jake Brown, Cooper Robertson. Don't forget about our vendors. Mama Tried is here. Adult Beverage is up there on the hill behind the roping boxes. It's a no time there. Riley Smith and Shane now, followed by Jake Brown, Cooper Robertson, and then Carson Brown and Andy Smallwood. Western Alley is here. Also Jan's Jewels. You can get your supply of Gripp gear. We're talking about caps and I think T-shirts. So go check it all out up there in the vending area. No time. Jake Brown, Cooper Robertson now followed by Carson Brown and Andy Smallwood, Brian Gregg, and Corey King at number 56. Plus 5, 1289 for that team. Here's Carson Brown and Andy Smallwood. Then it'd be Brian Gregg and Corey King. Bobby Marsh, Cody Hintz at number 57. No time for that team. Here's Brian and Corey, Bobby Marsh and Cody, Sam Livingston and Steve Purcella at number 58. $865. 865. Bobby Morris, Cody Hintz now. Then it'll be Sam Livingston and Steve Porcella. Zurich Labrie and Casey McCleskey at number 59. It's going to be 8 and 16 there. 8-1-6. Here's Livingston and Porcella. Then it'll be Labrie and McCleskey. Bennett and McCrite at number 60. It is 751, 751. Nice job right there. It'll be Zurich and Casey now. Well, stop by and visit Maddie Gonzalez over there with Healthy Home. She'll get you all fixed up about, she'll tell you all about STEM Active. Clean here. It's going to be 888. Triple eights. Here's Tate and Jayton now, followed by Dan Denmark. Rhodey Wilson. Then it'll be Cade Smith and True Lucina at number 62. Clean run there, 845. Nice work. Dan Denmark now, Rhodey Wilson. They're going to be followed by Cade Smith and True Lucina, and then number 63, 4, and 5 be ready. There we go. It is 9 and 29. Their time, 9:29. Cade and True now, followed by Troy McDonald, Chip Grass, and then James Winders and Tanner Allen at number 64. Clean run there, 757. Hey, by the way, we are paying 3 in the round. Pays $4,000 to win it, $2,600 for second, $2,000 for third. Right now we have a 626, a 739, and a 747. Those are your 3 fastest. Here's Troy and Chip. Then it'll be James and Tanner, James and Justin, number 65. Uh-oh. Darn it. Lost Dally and a no time on that one. Now it's going to be James and Tanner. Then James Watson, Justin Kopp, York Gill, and Colby Corkule at number 66. Plus 5 on theirs. They're going to be 1481. 1481 their time. Here's James and Justin now, followed by York Gill, Colby Corkle, and then Casper and Cross Ringelstein at 67. Clean run there, 8:61 their time. Now it's going to be York and Colby, followed by Casper and Cross, and then David and Case Key at number 68. Smooth here, they're going to be 9 and 61.
Yes.
Casper and Cross now, followed by David and Case Key at number 68. Smooth here, going to be 688. That is second. 739 is third. Here's David Key and Case Key now. Then it'll be Seth Ross and Dalton Walker and Ben Blue and Chance Frazier at 7-0. Smooth run there. They're going to be 7 and 48 on that one. 7:48. Here's Seth Ross now, Dalton Walker. Then it'll be Ben Blue and Chance Frazier. Kenneth Francis, John Paul Lucero, number 71. It's 9:28. 9 and 28. Here's Ben and Chance up now, followed by Kenneth Francis, John Paul Lucero, Alan Morris, and Hector Dukes at number 72 and 73, 4 and 5. We'll rope a leg there, 13:59. Here's Kenna and John Paul roping now. Then it'll be Alan Morris, Hector Dukes, Fernando Ruiz, Bubba Garcia, 73 and 74 and 5. Smooth here. They're going to be 983. 983. Now it'll be Alan Morris and Hector Dukes, followed by Fernando and Bubba at 73. Clean run there. They're going to be 8 and 70, 870. Now it'll be Fernando and Bubba, followed by Jackson Stoker and Bryson Alder. And then Mark Miller and Nick Sartain at 75. It is a +5. They're going to be here 12 and 83. It'll be Jackson and Bryson now. It is a no time. It's going to be Mark and Nick up now. And then number 76, Cody Wheeler, Sean Gray. They'll be clean out here, but a barrier makes them 1339. 1339. All right, here is number 76. It'll be Cody Wheeler, Sean Gray, followed by Kyler Bashirs and Chad Hilmer at 77. Smooth run, but a barrier. They're going to be here 12:48. Now to be Kyler and Chad, followed by Troy Herring, Braxton Wade, Tice Lucina, Brock Corman at number 79, 80, and 81. Be ready. No time right there. It'll be Troy and Braxton now, followed by Tice and Brock at number 79. No time here. Here's Tice Lucina, Brock Corbin up now, followed by Shank Edwards and Wyatt Mask. Rance Winters and Porter Bryant at number 81. Smooth here. They had a barrier, though. They're going to be 14-16. Here's Shank and Wyatt. That'll be Rance Winters and Porter Bryant and Wade Collins and Zach Nicholson at number 82, 83, 84, 85. It is 8:32 on that one, 8:32. Now to be Rance and Porter, you're up. They're going to be followed by Wade Collins and Zach Nicholson at 82. Trace Anderson, Tyler Anderson at number 83. Hey, while you're out shopping around, don't forget about Sonny Silva. Bits and spurs right here behind the announcer stand. This team will be no time. Wade Collins and Zach Nicholson, followed by Trace and Tyler. Quincy and Chad at 84. Clean run there, 747. 739 is 739 is third and around. Paying six monies in the average. Here's Trace and Tyler. Pays $31,000 to win this roping, $26,000 for second, $20,400 for third, $15,000 for fourth. Fifth is going to be $10,000, and sixth will be $5,400. No time there. Quincy and Chad, you're up, followed by Caden Lapp, Kevin Lazaris, and then Clinton Hyatt, Clay Burnham at number 86. It is 6:98 right there. 6:98. Here's Caden Lapp now, Kevin Lazaris, followed by Clinton Hyatt, Clay Burnham, and then Carson Brown and Cooper Robertson at number 87. Smooth here, 8:23. 8-23. Clinton and Clay now.
Cole Patterson.
7:46 right there. That is a little too long. 7:98 is third. Cole Patterson, you're needed at the entry office. Cole Patterson to the entry office. Here is Carson Brown. Hey, we want to say thank you to the Whiteface Rodeo team. They are here helping out. And by the way, they're picking up trash. They are on trash detail. So a reminder to you, when you're done today, look around your area. If you made any trash, if you take it to a trash receptacle, I know they'd appreciate it. Make their job a little easier. Bruno and Raphael, you're up. Then it'll be Lee Griggs and Cody Hintz, Mikey Ortiz, and Roy Montoya, number 90. It is a barrier there. They're going to be 12 and 32. Here's Lee Griggs now. Cody Hintz. They're going to be followed by Mikey Ortiz, Roy Montoya, then Marcus Becerra, and Casey Chamberlain at number 91. 92, 3, 4, and 5 be ready to rope. $883 here, 883. Mikey Ortiz, Roy Montoya now followed by Marcus and Casey, and then Dakota and Seth at number 92. No time there. Here's Marcus and Casey now. Then it'll be Dakota Kurtzenslager, Seth Jordan, Bridger Ketchum, and Dodge Hare at number 93. It is 9-61, 9-61. Here's Dakota and Seth. You're up right now. Then it'll be Bridger Ketchum and Dodge Hare, Troy McDonald, and Rhodey Wilson at number 94. Plus 5, it'll be 12-59. Bridger and Dodge now. It is a no time. It'll be Troy and Rhodey now. Then it'll be number 95. That's going to be Miles Williams and Denton Parrish. It is a no time. It'll be Miles and Denton now, followed by Zane and Milton. James and Shane at 97 and 98 and 99. Clean run there, 11:26. Here is Zane Thompson and Milton Aguilera, then James and Shane, Jayton McCrite, True Lucina, John Vanway and Chase at number 99 will end the round. Darn it, we wave it off of that one. No time there. James and Shane, Jayton and True, John Vanway and Chase Bocas at number 99. It is a no time. Jayton and True, then it'll be John and Chase. We'll drag the arena. We'll do a full tractor drag after this round. Is that right? Put a full one on there. Nice job here. 7:06 is the time. Here is John and Chase. And that will end the round. 1 to go. Then we'll give you the results of round 1. We had a barrier on that one, so 1389 is the time. All right, here are the results of round 1 with a 626 to win $4,400. That's going to be Wade Collins and Bubba Garcia. And second, Casper and Cross for Engelstein with a 688. They're going to win $2,600. And third, with a 698, Quincy Carlton, Chad Williams. They're going to win $2,000. Those are your top 3 in the round. All right, here we go. Round number 2. Round number 2. Everybody gets this one. Then we'll be progressive on the next round. All right, Chance and Catcher, they're going to be first to go with a 10:09. They'll be followed by Lee Kinney and Cody Garcia. It is going to be 8:04 right there. Total on 2 is going to be 18 and 13. Now to rope, it'll be Lee Kinney and Cody Garcia. They're up at the 9:06. No time there. Here is Cole Morgan, Grant Wilson, go-round effort. Then it'll be Tripp and Raphael and Casey and James at 51. It is a no time. It's going to be Tripp and Raphael. Casey and James at number 5. They get a barrier. It's going to be 11 and 13. Total here is 25 and 48. Now to be Casey and James, followed by Justin Parrish and Troy, Bobby Simmons and Ty Daniel. Smooth run, 798. Total here is going to be 19 and 50. No time there. Here is Bobby and Ty Daniel now. Bobby and Ty Daniel, then Brian Gregg, Twister Smith, Dan Denmark, and Cody Corey at number 9. No time right here. Now it's going to be Brian and Twister. You're up. Smooth here. They're going to be 780, 780. And it is a total of 15 and 68. Now it's going to be Dan and Cody. No time there. Now to rope, it'll be Hunter and Brock. They're going to be followed by Lance Sippy and Tate Thompson. Then Riley Smith and Jason Thomas. It is a smooth run. Going to be 888. That is 16 and 27 on 2. Now it will be Lance Sippy and Tate Thompson with a 964. Riley Smith and Jason Thomas and Nathan Kirtley and Milton Aguilera at number 13. Smooth here, 788. It's a total here of 1752. That's going to be Riley Smith and Jason Thomas, 853, followed by Nathan and Milton, and then York Gill and J.D. McGuire at 14. It is a no time here. Nathan and Milton now with an 891, followed by York Gill, J.D. McGuire. Then it'll be Tate Bennett, Colton McCarley at number 15. Clean run here. They're going to be 7 and 98. On to it is 1689. Here's York Gill, J.D. McGuire now with a 747. And then it'll be Kevin Huddleston. Nope, then it'll be Tate Bennett, Colton McCarley to follow them. Triple sevens. And a total here is going to be 15 and 24. 15 and 24. Now it's going to be Tate Bennett, Colton McCarley with a 10 flat, followed by Kevin and Casey, and then Bodie Bays and James Watson at 17. Clean run there. They're 792. 1792 total on two of them. Here's Kevin and Casey now with an 878. Bodie Bays, James Watson, you'll follow them. Samuel Livingston and Jody Stubbs at number 18. Smooth run there. They are going to be here 806. That was smooth, right? 806. Thanks. And it's a total of 1684. Here's Bodie and James now with a 954. No time right there, darn it. Now it'll be Samuel Livingston and Jody Stubbs. They're up with a 15-19. Kyle Parker, Jake Cobb, and then it'll be Clayton Williams and Levi Sasser at number 20. Plus 5 there. It's going to be 12 and 61. And that is a total of 27 and 80. Here's Kyle Parker now, Jake Cobb. Then it'll be Clayton Williams and Levi Sasser. No time. Now it'll be Clayton and Levi, followed by Jake Brown, Shank Edwards, Rance Winters, and Andy Smallwood at number 22. No time there. Here's Jake and Shank now, followed by Rance and Andy. Bruno and Corey at 23 and 24 and 5. Be ready. All right, we're good to go. And it is a no time. Darn it, no time there. Here's Rance Winters now and Andy Smallwood. Then it'll be Bruno and Corey and Bobby Marsh and Kevin and Miles Williams and Steve Purcell at number 25. It is a no time. Bruno and Corey, you're up, followed by Bobby Marsh and Kevin, Miles Williams and Steve Purcell at number 25. It's a no time on their run. Darn it, they were good on their first one. Now it is number 24 with a 7:55, Bobby Marsh and Kevin, and then Miles Williams and Steve Purcell. Zurich Labrie and Chase at number 26. Ain't no time there. Miles and Steve, you're up right here. Go round effort. Then it'll be Zurich and Chase and Kenneth Francis, Casey Chamberlain. It is a no time there. It's going to be Zurich and Chase. Eight and 56 is the time, and it's going to be a total here 21 and 45. 21 and 45. Now to be Kenna and Casey, followed by Cade Smith and Sean Gray at number 28. It's going to be here 8:48, and that is a total now of 1789. Now it's going to be Cade Smith and Sean Gray. Go round run, followed by Kyler Bashirs, Chip Grass at 29, 30, and 31. Be ready. It is a no time there. Here's Kyler and Chip. They're up with a 964. And then Quincy and Tanner at number 30. It is going to be 7 and 70 right here, 770. It's going to be a total of 1734. And now it's going to be Quincy and Tanner. They were up with the 1282. Caden and Justin, 31. It is a no time right there. It'll be Caden and Justin now with an 812, and then it'll be number 32 and 33 to follow. It'll be right here, 6 and 96. Now, we are paying 3 in this round, and that goes to the lead, and it'll be a total of 1508. Now it is Denton Parish, Cross Ringelstein. They were up here with 1198. So right now, 777s are third in this round. 696, 770, 777. It is a no time here. It'll be Casper and Dodge now. Then it'll be Bridger Ketchum and James Gillen at number 34. Hey, we will drag after 50. We're on 33. We're going to go to 50, and then we'll half drag it. And then we'll drag it up at the end of the round and go into round number 3. It is 602 right there. That is going to go to number 1 in the round. 602, 696, 770. That's the top 3. Here is number 34 now. Bridger Ketchum's James Gillen. They're up with the 12 and 49. We get a barrier there. It's going to be here 11 and 64. And it is a total of 24 and 13. And now it's a go-round effort for Seth Ross, Chance Frazier, followed by Bobby Simmons and John Paul Lucero. It is a no time there. It's going to be Bobby Simmons and John Paul Lucero now. It is an 841 here, 841. Total is going to be 1666 or 1661. Sorry, 1661. Here is Casey Lambert, Twister Smith. Then it'll be Wade Collins and Bubba Garcia. No time right there for Casey and Twister. Here is Wade Collins and Bubba Garcia roping right now with a 626. Then it'll be Brooke Wilson and Bryson and Cody Wheeler and Cody Garcia at number 40. It is a no time. It's going to be now Brooke Wilson, Bryson Alder. Well, to all of our equipment operators and the equipment, we say thank you for the use of. Big thank you to Craig Dane. Been using his water truck. I think it's the one with the flag on the side of it. It is a nice looking truck, and it does a great job. Thank you to Craig Dane. It is going to be here 7 and 46 on that one. Total here is 1640. Cody Wheeler, Cody Garcia now. Go round run. There we go. They're going to be here 595. They were running at the round, and that's exactly what they did because they are now leading it. 595, 602, 696. Those are the money holes right now. Here's Hunter Corman, Tate Thompson. Then it'll be Lance Sippy and Jason Thomas. Kel Laser and Braxton Wade at number 43. It is a no time. Now it'll be Lance and Jason, followed by Kel and Braxton at 43. It is a no time right there. No time. Here's Kel Laser now, Braxton Wade. They're up with an 830. Then it'll be Nathan Kirtley and Troy Lavanos at number 44. 45 and 6, be ready. They have trouble all the way around. No time. Nathan and Troy. Then it'll be Tice and Clay and Colton McCarley and J.D. McGuire at 46. No time right here. Here's Tice and Clay up now, followed by Colton McCarley and JD. Marcus Becerra and Ty Daniel Holler at number 47. No time on their run. Now it is number 46, Colton and JD, then Marcus and Ty Daniel. We'll drag it up after 50. We are on 46. 5 to go. Then the tractors. 5 to go. Thank you to Eastwood Cattle. Also to Cool Horse. And to John Dowdy and Equinity for taking care of our sponsorship of the 14.5 roping. Plus 5. They're going to be on theirs 12 and 94. 12 and 94. Total here is going to be 26 and 78. Now it'll be Marcus and Ty Daniel, John Gregory and Zach, Bodie Bays and Jody Stubbs. Hey, don't forget, you want to do a little silver bit shopping? Sonny Silva is here, and those bits are absolutely fabulous. You'll like them. You won't only be using them today and tomorrow and next week, but they'll be around for a long time. It'll be something that'll be a keepsake you'll hand down. Go check them out. 8:13 here. Total is going to be 17:55. Now it is John and Zach, followed by Bodie and Jody. Plus 5, going to be here 10 and 98. 10 and 98. Here's Bodie and Jody now. Then it'll be Cody and Cody at 50. It is a no time. Here is Cody and Cody now. After this run, we'll drag it up. It is a no time there. All right, we are all right. Here is Kyle Parker, catcher Gasperson. All right, here we go. Kyle Parker, catcher Gasperson. It is a no time there. Now it's going to be Clinton Hyatt, Jake Cobb. They're going to be followed by Riley Smith and Shane, and then Jake Brown, Cooper Robertson at 54. 794 right there. 794. Now to go, it's going to be Riley Smith and Shane, to be followed by Jake Brown and Cooper Robertson. Carson Brown, Andy Smallwood at 55. It is a no time. Here's Jake Brown, Cooper Robertson now. They're up with the 1289. Smooth run there. They're going to be 7 and 31 on that one. 7:31 total here. 20 and 20. 20-20. That's perfect vision right there. Here's Carson Brown, Andy Smallwood now. They're going to be followed by Brian Gregg and Corey King, and then Bobby Marsh and Cody Hentz at team number 57. No time right here. Now it's going to be Brian and Corey. They're up with an 865. And they're going to be followed by Bobby Marsh and Cody Hentz. And then Samuel Livingston and Steve Purcell at number 58. Darn it, those guys were good. They're going to be no time now. Here's Bobby Marsh, Cody Hentz with an 816. And then it'll be Samuel Livingston, Steve Purcell, Zurich Labry, and Casey McCleskey at number 59, 60, 61, and 2 be ready. Clean run there. They're going to be 8 and 30. That's a pair of 8s for them. They're going to be a total of 16 and 46. Now it is Sam Livingston, Steve Purcell. It is a no time right there. Now it is going to be Zurich and Casey. It is a barrier there. They're going to be 11 and 55. And that is a total for them of 20 and 43. Now to rope, it'll be Tate Bennett, Jayton McCrite. They're roping at 8:45. Then it'll be Dan Denmark, Rhodey Wilson at number 61 and 62. 3 and 4 be ready. No time right there. Here's Dan Denmark now. No time right there. No time there. Now it is Cade Smith, True Lucina, followed by Troy McDonald and Chip Gress, and then it'll be James and Tanner. You got a rope at number 64. No time for this team. Here's Troy McDonald now, Chip Gress, followed by James and Tanner, and then James Watson, Justin Kopp at number 65, and 66, 7, and 8 be ready to go. And for Troy and Chip, no time here. Here's James Winders now and Tanner Allen. They rope with a 1481. Then it'll be James and Justin at 65, and 66 is going to be York Gill and Colby Corkle. Clean run there. They're going to be 986. And that is a total for them of 2467. Now to be James and Justin. They're up with an 861. York Gill, Colby Corkill at number 66, and 67, 8, and 9 be ready. Plus 5, they're going to be 13 and 38 here. And that is a total of 21 and 99. 21 and 99. York and Colby, you're up now with a 961. Casper and Cross Ringelstein, you'll follow them. Clean run there, 844. It's a total here of 1805. And now to be Casper and Cross. They're up with a 688. They won second in the first go-round. And they're going to be followed by David Key and Case Key, and then it'll be 69, 70, and 71. A leg right there. They're going to be 1150. And it's a total here of 1838 on 2. Now it'll be David and Case. They're up at the 748. And then 69, 70, and 71 be ready. We'll rope a leg there. It's going to be 12 and 38. And that is a total of 1986. Here's Seth Ross now. Dalton Walker with a 928. And then Ben Blue and Chance Frazier. Kenneth Francis, John Paul Lucero at 71. It is a barrier here, 11 and 34. And that is a total of 20 and 62. Now it's going to be Ben Blue, Chance Frazier. No time right there. And now it's going to be Kenna and John Paul. They were up with a 983. They're going to be followed by Alan Morris and Hector Dukes, and then Fernando Ruiz and Bubba Garcia. Well, a little Jake Hooker music right here for you, along with Colby Carter. Jake Hooker will be playing tonight up under the pavilion. That'll be at 9 o'clock, I think. 9 to what, midnight? 9 to midnight. Smooth here going to be 801, and they are good on 2 of them with a total of 1784. Now to be Alan Morris, Hector Dukes with an 870, followed by Fernando and Bubba, Jackson Stoker and Bryson Alder, and Mark Miller and Nick Sartain at number 75. Smooth run, they're going to be 1023. And a total of 1893. Now it'll be Fernando and Bubba. You're up here with a 1283. Then Jackson and Bryson. And Mark Miller and Nick Sartain be ready. No time there. Now to rope, it'll be Jackson and Bryson, followed by Mark and Nick at 75. 76, Cody Wheeler, Sean Gray, 77, 78, be ready. They get a barrier here. They're going to be 11 and 19. No changes. Now it'll be Mark Miller, Nick Sartain. They're up with the 1339. Cody Wheeler and Sean Gray and Connor Bashirs and Chad Hilmer at 77. Well, don't forget about Jennings Photography. They do an awesome job, and they are taking your pictures. A couple of shots from each and every run. It is a no time on that one. And now it is going to be Cody Wheeler, Sean Gray. They were up with a 1280 or a 1248. Then it'll be Bashirs and Helmer and Herring and Wade and Lacina and Corman at number 79. It's going to be 8 and 26 right there. Total for them, 20 and 74. Now it's Kyler and Chad, followed by Troy and Braxton at 78. Five right there. They are going to be here 11 and 12. And now to rope, it is Troy Herring, Braxton Wade, followed by Tice and Brock and Shank Edwards and Wyatt Mask at number 80. 81, 2, 3, and 84 be ready to rope. It is a no time. It'll be Tice and Brock now. They're going to be followed by Shank Edwards, Wyatt Mask at number 80. It is 11.99, and they are going to be a total of 26 and 15. And now it's going to be Shank and Wyatt. $719. Total here is going to be $15.51. Now to rope, it'll be team number 81. It'll be Rance Winters, Porter Bryant, followed by Wade Collins and Zach Nicholson. And then Trace Anderson, Tyler Anderson at 83. It's going to be 6 and 14 on that run. That is third right now. That's third in the round. That's winning a check for $2,000. Now to rope, it'll be Wade Collins and Zach Nicholson, followed by Trace and Tyler and Quincy and Chad at 84, 85, 6, and 7. And it is a no time as they leave the arena at a rapid high rate of speed. Now to rope, it'll be Trace and Tyler. Go round run, followed by Quincy and Chad at 84, then 85 and 6. There we go, guys. 629. That is too long, though. A little too long. 614, the fastest, or the third fastest right now. Here is Quincy and Chad, followed by Caden, Lapp, and Kevin Lazaros. And then Clinton Hyatt and Clay Burnham at team number 86. 87, 88, 89. Thank you to Eastwood Cattle, to Cool Horse, and to Equinity. $742. And it is 1440. Caden and Kevin up now, followed by Clinton Hyatt, Clay Burnham. It is a no time. Now it's going to be Clinton Hyatt and Clay Burnham. They were up with the 746. Then it'll be Carson Brown, Cooper Robertson, Bruno, and Raphael at number 88. $778. And their total is going to be 15 and 24. Now it is number 87. Go round run here. And then Bruno and Raphael, you'll follow them. Lee Griggs and Cody Hintz at number 89. No time there. Here's Bruno and Raphael. They're going to be followed by Lee Griggs and Cody Hintz, and then Mikey Ortiz and Roy Montoya at number 90. Hey, we want to remind you of our vendors that are over there. They are there for you, and they're ready for you to do a little shopping. It's going to be here smooth 8 and 52 their time, 8:52. They did break the barrier, 13:52. Give us a test on that. It did show us on the clock up here. So they're going to be a total of 25 and 84. 25 and 84. Now to rope, it's going to be Lee Griggs and Cody Hintz. It's going to be 8:38 right there. How about that? They were 8:83. Now they're 8:38. They're going to be a total of 17:21. Here is Ortiz and Montoya. Then it'll be Becerra and Chamberlain, Kurtzenslager, and Jordan at number 92. No time here. Here's Marcus and Casey now with a 961. So go check out our vendors, Western Alley, as well as Jan's Jewels, Desert Nomad, Creative Chaos. All of them up there in our vending area. No time right there. It's going to be Dakota and Seth now, followed by Bridger and Dodge at number 93. Also the Tiny Herd Boutique, Wild Blossom Designs, and Forever Sassy Jewelry. All right, if you'd like to get a straw hat shaped up and creased over there, they'll take care of that as well. They're a little bit hard to come by. You bet they are. If you don't think they are, go try to buy one in the store. It is a no time. Bridger and Dodge now. It is a no time right there. It is going to be Troy McDonald now and Rhodey Wilson. They'll be followed by Miles Williams and Denton Parrish, and then Zane Thompson, Milton Aguilera at 96. It is a no time. Miles and Denton, you're up right here. We are just about 5 runs away from the tractors to wrap it up in the round here. Here's Miles Williams now and Denton Parrish with an 11:26. Zane and Milton, and then James and Shane at 97. It is 11 and 16 right there. Total here is going to be 22-42. Here's Zane and Milton now, followed by James and Shane at number 97 and 98 and number 99. $8.15 right there, 8.15. Now to rope, it'll be James and Shane at 97. It is a no time. Now it's going to be Jayton and True. They're up at the 706. John Vanway and Chase at number 99. $8.48. And it is 15.54. John and Chase now with a 13.89.
We left them at the store because we thought.
It is going to be your 7.50. 7.50 total is going to be 21 and 39. All right, that is the end of the round. Here are your round winners in 1 second. All right, I think we're about ready. There are 41 coming back in round 3. 41, and 20 of them will make the short round, or at least if we have 20 catches. You got to catch here to make the short round in this roping. You got to catch to make the short round. We'll take the top 20 back. It's going to be Chance and Catcher. All right, here we go. This is Chance and Catcher. They're 18-13 on 2, and they come tight on 3. They're going to be 8 and 32. They are a total of 26 and 45. 26 and 45. Now it is going to be Trip Townsend, Raphael. They rope here with a 25 and 48. They'll be followed by Casey Lambert, James Gillen. And then down to 8 and 10 and 11 and 13 all be ready. They rope a leg right there. They're going to be on this one, 14.41. And that is a total 39 and 89. Here's Casey and James now. They're up at the 1950. They're going to be followed by Brian Gregg and Twister Smith at number 8. It is a barrier, going to be 11:03. And they are a total of 30 and 53. That'll go to second. Here's Brian and Twister now with a 15:68. $7.63 right there. And that's 3 sevens for them. They're going to go to the top with a 23:31. It is now going to be Hunter Corman and Brock Corman. They are 16:27. Lance Sippy and Tate Thompson, you'll follow them. It is 7-24. At a barrier, they're going to be 12-24. 12-24, and total here is going to be 28-81. Now it'll be Lance Sippy and Tate Thompson, 17-52. They'll be followed by Nathan and Milton, and then down to 14, 15, 16, and 18. It is a barrier for them. They're going to be 11-62. A leg also? Okay. It is going to be then 16-62. That gives them a total 34-14. Now to rope, it'll be Nathan and Milton. They were up here with a 16-89. And then York Gill, J.D. McGuire. You're going to follow Tate Bennett, Colton McCarley at number 15. Darn it, that team was good on 2. They're going to be no time there. Here's York and J.D. There's 15-24. Then it'll be Tate and Colton to follow. No time there. Let's go down to number 15. Tate Bennett, Colton McCarley. They were up here with the 1792. Then it'll be Kevin Huddleston, Casey McCleskey at number 16. And number 18 be ready. $8.76. Total is going to be 26-68.
I'll tell Brayley. Okay, thanks. Okay, bye.
Kevin and Casey now. Kevin and Casey with a 1684 right here. They're going to be followed by Sam Livingston, Jody Stubbs. Clean run there. They're 840. That's 3 8-second runs for them. They're going to be a total here 25-24. Sam Livingston, Jody Stubbs, you're up now with a 2780. We get a barrier there. They're going to be 11 and 76. Their total is going to be 39 and 56. And now we're going to go all the way to number 26. It'll be Zurich, Labrie, and Chase. They're opening here with a 21 and 45. That one got away. They're going to be no time. Here's Kenna Francis now. Casey Chamberlain. They're up with the 1789. They're going to be followed by Kyler Bashirs, Chip Gress at 29. Then it'll be number 31 and number 34.
Couple of them, yes.
It is a no time right there. Now the rope's going to be Kyler and Chip. They're up here with the 1734. They'll be followed by 31, and then it'll be number 34. It's a no time. Now the rope, it's going to be Caden and Justin. They rope here with a 1508. And then we'll go to Bridger Ketchum and James Gilland, and then down to number 36 and number 39. Next team is going to be Bridger and James. Clean run here. They are 7 and 81. And it's a total here of 22 and 89. Now to be Bridger and James. You're up with a 24 and 13. And then Bobby and John Paul. And then down to number 39 and 46 and number 47. Plus 5 there. Going to be 12 and 22 on that run. That is a total of 36 and 35. Now it'll be Bobby Simmons, John Paul Lucero, 1661. They'll be followed by Brooke Wilson, Bryson Alder at number 39. No time on that one. Darn it, they had two good 8-second runs. No time now. Here is Brooke Wilson, Bryson Alder. They were up with a 1640. And then it'll be Colton McCarley and J.D. McGuire at 46 and number 47. Be ready. Plus 5. It's going to be here 1308. Total is 2948. That is seventh. That's seventh high call. Now it's going to be Colton McCarley and J.D. McGuire. They're going to be followed by Marcus and Ty Daniel. And then number 54, 57, 59, 64. Clean run there, 891 their time. 35 and 69. That is 10th. Here's Marcus and Ty Daniel. They're up with the 1755. No cutoff right now. We will bring back the top 20. No cut yet. Still room in that 20. Now it's going to be Jake Brown and Cooper Robertson. You'll follow this team. Clean run there. They're going to be 7 and 63. Their total, 25-18. That's third high call. Here's Jake Brown, Cooper Robertson now, followed by Bobby Marsh and Cody Hintz at 57. And the head catch is not good. It's going to be a no time right there. No time. That was Jake Brown and Cooper Robertson. Here's Bobby Marsh, Cody Hintz now with a 1646. Zurich Labry and Casey McCleskey at number 59. That'll be 64, 65, 66. No time here. Here's Zurich and Casey. They're up with a 2043. Then it'll be James Winders and Tanner Allen. Hey, the vendor barn is open and will remain open for about 30 minutes after the roping's over. All right, we're going to pick you guys up. Put that one away. Put that one away. We'll get you in a few here. Here's James and Tanner. They're up at the 2467. Then it'll be James Watson, Justin Kopp, second out. It is a no time right there. Now to be James and Justin. .806 right there. They are going to be a total of 30.05. Here's York Gill, Colby Corkle now with an 18.05. Then it'll be Casper and Cross Ringelstein at 67, 68, 69. Be ready. Smooth here. They're going to be 8.05. They are 26 and 10. That goes to fifth. Still no cutoff. .744 right there. And it is a total of 25 and 82. That is the fifth eye callback. Here's 68, David and Case Key. They're going to be followed by 69. That'll be Seth Ross, Dalton Walker. Then let's pick up Zurich Labry and Casey McCleskey. It is a no time here. Now it's going to be Seth Ross, Dalton Walker. They're going to be followed by Labrie and McCleskey. And then Francis and Lucero. A leg right there makes them 1364. Total here is going to be 34 and 26. It'll be Zurich Labrie now and Casey McCleskey. They're 20 and 43. And then Kenneth Francis, John Paul Lucero, and Alan Morris and Hector Dukes be ready. They rope a leg. They're going to be 13 and 27. That is a total for them of 33 and 70. 33-70. Here's Kenneth Francis, John Paul Lucero. Then it'll be Alan Morris and Hector Dukes at number 72 and 76 and number 79. Plus 5, 13-19 here. It is a total of 31.03. That is, where is that? That is callback number 13. We have 20 in there, and the cut will be a 20. The cut will be a 39.89. 39.89 is the cut. Here's Alan Morris, Hector Dukes now with an 18.93. And then it will be Cody Wheeler, Sean Gray. You guys will be next. No time right there. They were good on two. Cody Wheeler, Sean Gray, you're up with a 20 and 74. Then it'll be 79, 80, 84, 86, 88. Clean run there, 776. Their total is going to put them ninth with a 28.50. Here's Tyson Brock now. They rope with a 26.15. Shank Edwards, Wyatt Mask at 80, and then it'll be number 84 and number 86. It is a no time on that one. No time. Now it's going to be Shank Edwards and Wyatt Mask, 1551. And then Quincy Carlton, Chad Williams, and Clinton Hyatt, Clay Burnham at number 86. We are 8 runs, 8 away from the end of the round, and then the short round. It is 9 and 13 right there, and that is going to give them a total of 24 and 64. 24 and 64, that'll go to third. Well, the Ivy Garden Infusion Lounge, they've got a couple of options. They have the Spicer Drip over there. That's 1,000 cc's of sodium chloride used as an electrolyte replenisher to help prevent cramps and dehydration. They also have the Spicer Hangover Cure. You get a little rowdy tonight, you need a little Spicer hangover help, they're there for you tomorrow. It is a no time. Now to rope will be Clinton Hyatt, Clay Burnham. They are 15 and 24. Then it's going to be Bruno and Raphael at number 88. It is a smooth run here. They're going to be 8 and 65. It is a total for them of 23.89. That is third high call. Third high callback. We are 5 runs away from the end of it here as we go now to Bruno and Raphael. They are 25 and 84. They're going to be followed by Lee Griggs and Cody Hintz at number 89. They will be a no time. That'll be Lee Griggs, Cody Hintz. They are 17-21. And Miles Williams and Denton Parrish. We're dragging, right, Chase, before the short go? Yes. Top 20 come back. We do have a cut, 35-69. 35 and 69 is the cut. It is a clean run there. They're going to be 8 and 24. That's 3 8s for them. They are 7th high call, 25 and 45. Now it's going to be Miles Williams and Denton Parrish, 22 and 42. They're going to be followed by Jayton McCright, True Lucina at number 98. They are a leg on theirs, 12 and 42 their time. That is going to be a total of 34.84. They are too long. The cut is a 34.26. Now it's Jayton McCright, True Lucina. They are 15 and 54. Final team will be John Vanway and Chase Bocas at number 99. It is 9 and 64. Total here is going to be 25-18. That's 5th. John and Chase, 21-39. Will be a barrier there. Going to be 1446. Total is 3585. That's too long. Okay, no go rounds paid out in this one, but we do have a cutoff of 3414. 3414 is the cut. We're going to pay 6 monies. Texas and Headley, Texas. They are 33 and 70. They're going to be followed by Kenneth Francis and John Paul Lucero. There we are, guys. There we are. They're going to break the ice. 6 and 73 on that run right there. That will give them a total in the average of 40 and 43. And they are setting the pace for everybody. All right, Kenneth Francis, John Paul Lucero, 31.03. They're going to be followed by Casey Lambert and James Gilland. Well, darn it, they have roped great today, but they have trouble in the short round. It is a no time for Francis and Lucero. 17th call, we're going to go to Casey Lambert and James Gilland. They are 30 and 53. 30 and 53. They're going to be followed by James Watson, Justin Lynn Kopp. This team can be This team can be 989 to take the lead, and they have trouble. They're going to be no time. All right, it's the 16th callback. James Watson, Justin Lynn Kopp, 30.05. We're paying 6 monies in the average. We're paying a $3,000 check for the fastest steer roped in the short round. And now it is Watson and Kopp, and they need to be 10:37 to take the lead of the roping. It is going to be 7 and 17. They go to number 1. Total is going to be 37 and 22. 37 and 22 for them. It'll be Brooke Wilson and Bryson Alder now. All right, they come tight right there. 8:81 is going to be their time. That will give them a total of 38.29. That goes to second. 38.29. They're in second. Here's Hunter Corman, Brock Corman, 14th call, 28.81. They got to be 8:40 on this steer to take over the lead. Then it'll be Cody Wheeler and Sean Gray. Tate Bennett, Colton McCarley, you're a couple away here. Oh, darn it, guys. That was Hunter and Brock from Canyon. They're going to be no time. Callback 13, Cody Wheeler and Sean Gray. You guys were up here with a 28.50. They can be 8 and 71. 8 and 71 to go to the lead of the roping. They'll be followed by Tate Bennett, Colton McCarley second out. They have trouble. We've only caught 2. We've only caught 2 out of the first, 8 or so to go. Here is the 12th call now as we go to Tate Bennett and Colton McCarley with the 26.68. Chance and catcher, you'll follow them. York Gill, Colby Cork will be ready at callback number 10. This team can be 10.53 to take command of the roping right now. And 8.95. That is going to put them number 1 with the 35 and 63. 35 and 63, they go to the lead. Here's Chance and catcher. It's the Gaspersons. They are 26.45. They need to be on this one 9.17. Clean run right there, 794. That is a total for them of 34 and 39. 34 and 39. They have gone to the lead. We are halfway through our short round. 10 left to go. Here's York Gill, Colby Corko. They're 26-10. They got to be 8 and 27. Make it 8 and 28. 8 and 28. Then Casper and Cross Ringelstein be ready. It is a no time right there. We've had 5 catch. We're paying 6 monies. Let's go to the 9th callback. Here's the Ringelsteins. Casper and Cross, 25.82. They're going to be followed by Griggs and Hintz and Huddleston and McCleskey. Callback number 7. Plus 5. It's going to be 12 and 62. 38 and 44. That is 5th right now. That's 5th. Here's Lee Griggs now and Cody Hintz. They are 25-45. Kevin Huddleston, Casey McCleskey, you'll follow them at callback number 7. This team can be 8.93. They'll be the leaders now with an 8.41. They are going to be a total of 33 and 86. Here's the 7th call. Kevin Huddleston, Casey McCleskey, they are 25 and 24, and they need to be 8.61. They're going to be followed by Marcus and Ty Daniel, Jayton McCright, and True at number 5 for your callback. Clean run there. They're going to be 9 and 29. And their total is going to put them 3rd at 34.53. Here's Marcus and Ty Daniel. They are 25-18. This team needs to be 8.67. 867. They'll be followed by Jayton, McCrite, True Lucina. Here are your top 6. We're paying 6 monies. If this team could be quicker than 867, they'd be guaranteed a paycheck. Oh, guys, it is a no time. Darn it, Ty Daniel. No time. Top 5, Jayton McCrite, True Lucina. They are 25 and 18. They need to be on this one 867 to go to number 1 to win no less than 5th and to be guaranteed $10,000. They will be followed by Shank Edwards and Wyatt Mask. It is a no time at callback number 5. All right, the top 4 to go. Shank Edwards, Wyatt Mask. You guys got to be 921 to guarantee yourselves a $15,000 payday today. Then Clinton Hyatt, Clay Burnham, you're going to follow them at callback 3. Right now, a 38.29 is 6th. Holy cow, everybody all right? All right, Shank's up. Wow. All right, dang it. That is some bad luck right there at the 4th high callback. We're ready for the top 3 to go now. It is going to be Clinton Hyatt and Clay Burnham. They are 23 and 89, and they need to be 996 to guarantee 3rd. That'll pay $20,400. Pretty nice little payday on a Friday afternoon. Here's Clinton Hyatt, Clay Burnham. All right, they have all kinds of problems there. They're going to be 17 and 24. Let's see what that does to them. They are going to be a total of 41 and 13. That is too long. That is too long. They are not placing in the roping. They came to the 3rd high callback. Now it's the 2nd back. It's going to be Brian Gregg, Twister Smith. It is Guthrie, Oklahoma. It is Jones, Oklahoma, with a 23 and 31. They've got to be here 10:54 for no less than 2nd and a guaranteed $26,000 check. They are going to be 7 and 64. And they are first now with a 30 and 95. They're guaranteed second. They're guaranteed $26,000. Now it is the high callback. It's going to be Caden Lapp and Justin Lynn Kopp. They are 22.89. They've got to be 805. 805 to take the win of the roping and win $31,000. They rope a leg. They're going to be 13.56. Let's see what that does. That is 36.45. You guys are going to hold on to a check. You're going to win sixth. That's worth $5,400. We need Brian, Gregg, and Twister Smith right down here in the arena. We'll take your pictures. They are $31,000 richer with a 30.95. Congratulations to them. The second place goes to Lee Griggs and Cody Hintz with the 33.86. They're going to win $26,000. Third will be Chance and Catcher Gasperson, 34.39. They're going to win $20,400. Fourth is Kevin Huddleston, Casey McCleskey with a 34.53. They're going to win $15,000. Fifth is going to be Tate Bennett, Colton McCarley with the 35.63. They're going to win $10,000. Sixth will go to Caden Lapp and Justin Lynn Kopp with a 36.45. They're going to win $5,400. Fast time of the short round. That happened at callback number 19 with a time of 6:73. It'll be Zurich Labry and Casey McCleskey. They're going to win $3,000 for the fastest tier roped in our short go round.